All right, so today I'm going to show you guys how you can make a simple slide transition on After Effects. So first of all, I'm going to explain why or when I'll do a slide transition. For me, it all depends on the clip sequences. You shouldn't just spam random transitions or anything, because the transition itself has to make sense, like for the scene. So for example, if you look at the thing I'm gonna edit, the dude's face is on the right. And the scene after this, incorporates his face in the middle, and so the fact that it's on the, right, I would wanna do a slide transition towards the right because, that would explain how his face would end up in the middle on the next scene because it slides towards that way. And yeah, and the same concept would apply for, like, a scale transition. If you have a close-up shot of something and then the scene afterwards is a further back shot of the same, like, scene, but it's just further back, then you would wanna do a scale outwards to that towards that next clip for it to make sense. You wouldn't zoom in and be further back. So you can either use nulls or blur curves to do the slide. Me personally, I like to use blur curves. I like the natural motion blur that it has. What you wanna do is you wanna go up to layer, new, and then select the adjustment layer. Put it above your clip. Go cut it from the end and go back like 4 or 5 frames, and then you can cut it as well there. And then you want to go over to effects, the effect library, and drop in a blur curve to the clip. After you do this, you're gonna see the effect there. We're gonna be worrying about shift X. X is just left and right, and then Y is up and down. Z is like in and out. But yeah, so keyframe the beginning. Go to the adjustment. Keyframe it from the beginning to the end of your adjustment layer. All right, now you guys got those two keyframes. Just follow me and change the value for the keyframe at the end. Keep the one in the beginning of the adjustment layer the same. You're never gonna have the same values for every like slide or every transition, because depending on like the beat and depending on how you like fast, sharp, smooth you want it to be, you're gonna be changing the values. All right, so real quick, to get rid of like the black blank space, just add a motion tile and it will get rid of it. All right. So after you have your values, all you have to do is just select on both of the keyframes, right click on them, and then click on Easy Ease. That way you could actually go mess around with the graph. You can click on the graph editor after you're done with that. Honestly, there's like hella videos out there explaining like graphs and whatnot. I'm gonna link it below, but if not, I can make y'all a tutorial. But honestly, just copy the graph I have down and just copy what I do. But afterwards, you should end up with something like this. If you don't, just tweak with it more, and you'll get something like this. What I like to do, because the movement is a little slow, is I'm gonna add a one framer at the end of the clip to give it that fast, sharp look. For the framer, all I did was just add an offset and just put it underneath the adjustment layer. All right, so after that step, what you want to do is you want to do kind of the same thing we did for the first clip, but just like do the opposite values. So instead of changing the last keyframe and leaving the first one 0, change the first one and then leave the second keyframe 0. Now just ease your clip again and follow how I did my graph. It's kind of the same thing, but just like reflect it. So just do the opposite that you did with the first one. And again, you just gotta kind of tweak the settings until it's something you like. Not everybody's gonna like the same thing. I like mine being like sharp and kind of stiff. But yeah, hopefully you should get something like this. There's a lot of effects you can add low-key to like make this look better. This is just super simple. There's a lot of stuff like adding like a blur would even add more depth. But those are stuff for other videos. I can make more videos if you guys want. This was low-key just a test because that's why it's super simple. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something. Leave a comment if you want more. And yeah.